And the nigga say he was kidnapped by the aliens. I say, well, goddamn, why they didn't keep him? Like, goddamn, they kidnapped you and brought you back. Most of these niggas out here, they kidnap your ass. You ain't never coming back. You understand what I'm saying? So what they do to you? You understand what I'm saying? What they do to you when they took you? Don't tell nobody. It might be embarrassing. You mean the goddamn, y'all niggas is crazy. And you say they say some motherfuckers say they be up there and motherfucker they eyes be open and the motherfucker be cutting them open and shit and and doing all this crazy shit. This is motherfucker, go write a comic book. If your vision, your imagination is that creative, motherfucker, go draw, go write for motherfucking comic books and shit like that. Yeah, motherfucking spaceship movies and Monkey King and all that kind of shit. You can make a couple dollars doing shit like that. But don't bring that shit to us in reality, because this man is trying to undo the work of the great master teachers. This is what he's trying, and he act like somebody is dissing him. No, motherfucker, you stepping on because you wasn't nowhere, nigga. You wasn't nowhere. You came with a culture that have produced hundreds, if not thousands of scholars. We got books in the African-centered community that go into the thousands that teach about the African origins of Egypt. So ain't nobody, stepping in your lane, bitch, nigga. You stepping in our lane. You come down here and because somebody speak on that garbage and shit that you putting out, you spin it like somebody no, nigga. You done stepped off in our lane. It's really what you did. And so you think that you can mesmerize people, and so you think we gonna let you undo and just step. Nobody else do that. Nobody else let nobody step into their culture like that. Yeah, go on over there, keep talking, go on over there and keep messing with them Muslims. Go on and go off on the Ashkenazi Jews and see how long and see. And if they don't get your ass, you a plant. Nigga, you a plant. You know what I'm saying? They knew it was a void. Ain't really nobody out there that's, black, that's teaching it, that's teaching it. It's a void out there, and so, Bobby Hemmett was teaching and, he got some wild out ass ideas, but he do have some things that I agree with. And so at least he kept it black. You see what I'm saying? He kept it black. He go somewhere, some places I can't go. But but he is, in that occult world, you know what I'm saying? He did a lot of research. And so if you want to know some research into that shit, I would, go through Bobby Hemmett, and I'll go through it with, with the intent to do all the research behind his ass. And when a motherfucker going off on, somewhere you can't go, and he go a whole lot of places I can't go. But at the same time, there is some information that I do agree with. Okay. Yeah, there is some, information that I can agree with. So when you ain't got, nobody in that place, then they come and they plant because they need a nigga, you know what I'm saying, that's going to take your mind somewhere. They're going to take your mind away from the African origins and have you out here. Understand, I'm going to tell y'all just like this, and I'm going to move to, because we're going to continue on. I don't know, I like that word, teller. All these niggas is tellers. All of them, because we don't, listen, I wouldn't even know you niggas exist. They act like we come looking for them.
So this is what I'm getting is Billy Carson, the new Bobby Hemmett, right? Is Billy Carson teaching Madame Blavatsky's doctrine?
I see that's clout chasing. That's clout chasing when you need the going back and forth so you can hopefully get somebody to respond so you can get some notoriety. Other than that, If you got to stand on your own scholarship, that's why I stopped letting motherfuckers get on my platform. Bitch, stand on your own goddamn scholarship. Nigga, let these people, come and buy the hundreds of thousands and millions and come to your page on your own work. Don't come, nigga, trying to, tether on another nigga. You see what I'm saying? No, sir, I don't let them do that. And that's all we don't say shit about nobody. We don't even know they exist. We don't even know they exist. I don't see the African-centered community saying, you know what, let's go see what the Nation of Islam talking about. I ain't never seen the African-centered community say, oh, I want to go to a Moore Science Temple meeting. I ain't never seen no shit like that. But any fucking time we get ready to do something, here these motherfuckers come. All of them is tethers. Let's just be real. We just being fair when we make this observation. You see, they feel like they got to knock us off the square in order to get, you see, where they want to be. They know as long as we identify with the...
Hey, the comments be going nuts. You got to check the comments.
Not just the African continent, Kushite empires all over the planet. You see, we don't just identify with them. We identify wherever our people's at. We ain't got no goddamn problems with that. You see what and that's what we have always taught. But because you niggas is anti-African and you do not want to connect to Africa, you got to find a way to start some shit with the African-centered community. And goddamn it, I'm ready to give it to you, nigga. Any one of y'all niggas. Y'all tethers, nigga, y'all can't stand on y'all own motherfucking research. You can't do it. You can't do it. And so, family, got me, I'm heated. You see what I'm saying? I'm heated. We'll be right back. I'm going to try to get this settings together so I can upload some of these visuals so we can go to work. Don't you go nowhere. I'm coming right back. Hit some of them links. Support the general. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.
Well, while he do that, let's see if Madam Blavatsky teaching the same thing as Billy Carson. So we know Billy loved them emerald tablets. Let's see. Called mysticism. Okay. You know, Billy all over them. See them emerald tablet, Billy all over it. Billy all over it. All right, let's see. Here we gotta get off YouTube. Blavatsky. Emerald tablet. Okay, let's see. Emerald tablet history. So, I think, yeah, she might have been teaching about the emerald tablets. Universal Co-Masonry. Emerald Tablet of Hermes. Madame Blavatsky translation of the Emerald Tablet. Now, if that don't ring your alarm right there, right? Madame Blavatsky's translation Let's see. The Emerald Tablets, Madame Blavatsky. So it looked like she wrote a book. Looked like she wrote a book. The Emerald Tablet. Yeah, so as you see right here, she wrote a book. Right, author. Okay, that's one. Blavatsky taught about the Emerald Tablets. Oh, let's see what she said about Sumerian. Billy loves Sumerian. Silly Billy. Yeah, I don't be spelling her name right. Don't really care to. Okay, so ancient origins of tarot. Okay, we got the Anunnaki. So it seems like the Anunnaki only come into play when you get into Sumerian. Secret doctrine. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, what really happened to the colonies of Atlantis, Pulaski, whatever. So let's see. It don't look like she talked too much about Sumeria. Let's see if she talked that Anunnaki talk. Anunnaki boys. Got some videos. Moon colored race. Madame Blavatsky talking about some moon colored race. Okay, so it looked like Masonic Philosophical Society, the Elohim, probably alternative name for the Anunnaki Akkadian. They keep bringing up that secret doctrine. That's funny. Of course, she got her root racist. Okay, so she talked about the Akashic Records right here. I think they can mention that. So let's see, is Billy Carson teaching the same thing Blavatsky? And y'all make sure to check out me and my guy, right? Good Man Booker Gabriel. Right, Good Man Booker Gabriel. So y'all check out our podcast, Surfing the Apocalypto Party, right? It's a podcast party. All right, let's see. Billy Carson and Madame Dan Blavatsky. What comes up? That's some mudra.
This is how you channel the heart chakra energy right here. There's different mudras for different positions, for different meditations. All right. So, for example, if you're going to be doing something that's dealing with the root chakra, it's that the fingers are like this. These three are touching. Okay. And it's
So see, what's going on here is he's talking this new age shit, right? Billy Carson is talking new age, right? It's really like Aleister Crowley shit.
It's more like this. If you're doing a sacral chakra, it's this. If you're doing a solar plexus, it's this. Okay. If you're doing a heart, it's this with the fingers. These three don't have to touch. And you got the throat chakra. You've got the third eye chakra, and you've got the crown chakra. This is the crown. Okay. So there's different mudras okay. Index finger to thumb. This is the heart chakra. I came across information about the Anunnaki. In the Egyptian culture, they call them the Naturu. And they said they came to Earth and turned mud into a kingdom. They all show up around the same time in every culture. It seems to be now around 450,000 years ago they arrived. And about 200,000 years ago, according to the text, not me, they started genetically tinkering with human beings, saying they were adding their essence to them to get us to do the labor for them. So around 200,000 years ago, they started tinkering with us. And there's a famous cylinder scroll and with some text at the British Museum with Isis, the goddess Isis, who was one of the original Sumerian pantheon, not Egyptian, Sumerian. And she's holding up a baby and she says,
see, that's what got what's this fool name? That's what got SETI all tight. Is that he's saying that this shit ain't got nothing to do with Egypt. All the technology and the pyramids and the, advancements in society, math, all that shit is just straight Sumerian. Remember last time we looked up where Sumeria was, right? I think, where did we say Sumeria was? Seemed like it was kind of Middle East, like outside of Africa.
The first Adamu, which means first man, my hands have created it. And she claims to have taken this baby to term for 10 months in her own womb to create the more modern version of Homo sapiens sapien.
Now, that's clearly a homunculus, right? So Billy whole thing is Isis was one of the Anunnaki. She made Adam, which is Adamu, meaning the first man out of clay, right?
I came across information about, God said this in the book of Deuteronomy. He says,
is this Old Testament Deuteronomy?
It's Old Testament, yeah.
Wow.
Towards the end of the Old Testament, he says, if you see a woman walking through a field, and you want her, you can rape her. Exact words used, by the way. And it says, if after you rape her, you decide you want to keep her, you can make her your wife.
Wow.
That's God. See, here we go. The creator of the universe, of the multiverse, that can think planets into existence, that can speak, things into reality.
Is R. Kelly.
It's gonna, exactly. It's gonna say, you know what?
I believe.
But you notice they don't talk that shit about Baphomet and all that. It seems like you love the Anunnaki. If they created you and enslaved everybody, you don't really talk down on them, right? See what this nigga really teaching is Crowleyism. Yeah, an ancient God manifested here, man. Right. And Billy, Aleister Crowley swore he was talking to like aliens. he was talking the same shit. But see, they won't associate Billy Carson with this new age shit. Mind power, the third eye chakra, yoga, mudra. And see, this is what make this shit crazy. The origins of alchemy and hermetic philosophy. Alchemy is voodoo, botany, botanica, right? Santeria, hoodoo. This is alchemy, playing with the elements. Not this shit. Look at this motherfucker. This ain't alchemy. Hermetic is like Celtic, right? Kind of druid. That's cracker shit. This hermetic shit, they ain't came up with nothing slick. You know what I mean? That's like a ripoff of some Egypt shit. See now. They don't want to associate him with Aleister Crowley, because then you would know. Right. Let's see.
1,000 years ago. The gentleman who both Thoth, and he's known as a wisdom keeper. He's known all over the entire world, and every continent I've been to, there's a depiction of him there. Even in the outback of Australia, they've got him etched into a petroglyph in the rock.
The long beak nose.
That's him. He's depicted as such because the ibis bird depicts bringing darkness to light, because the beak is so long, it goes deeper down into mud to bring sustenance up. These mystery schools at this dawn of this new...
Yeah, he don't talk about the inbreeding shit going on in ancient Egypt. But see, hold on, I'm going to show you. See, Aleister Crowley, right? You see, it say he spoke to demons. Let me see if I can find it. He was talking this alien shit too. This Lord, you see on the picture, that like big head alien. This is where they get that depiction of the grays. See, this is right here.
In this virtual temple, we shall unveil the immortal secrets that weave the fabric of the universe, delve into the deepest recesses of the human psyche, and challenge the narrow confines of conventional knowledge. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law, an axiom that resonates as a sacred mantra, for in the authentic expression of will lies the essence of existence. To you, fearless explorers of this vast ocean of possibilities, I invite you to join us on this transcendental journey. To ensure you do not miss the fragments of cosmic wit to be unveiled is a light that challenges. My dear subscribers, I invite you to delve into the darkest and most fascinating recesses of the human mind, where the boundaries between reality and imagination dissipate like mist in the wind. The great magus of the age, the prophet of the new Aeon, is pleased to present to you the saga of the enigmatic lamb, the extraterrestrial who dared...
You heard him say extraterrestrial, right?
...of our understanding. We find ourselves in the turbulent year of 1918, a time shrouded in the shadows of the Great War, when I found myself immersed in my spiritual explorations in the remotest regions of the inner cosmos. It was just a figure. His aspect was strange and alien. It was during a series of invocation rituals that I encountered an entity that transcended all my expectations and understandings. Lam, as he came to be known, was an indescribable and incomprehensible figure. His aspect was strange and alien, with eyes that...
So this is what I'm saying. That Anunnaki shit, right? The alien coming to you, giving you knowledge and building the society, right? This is really Aleister Crowley, Lum shit. Oh wait, listen, your boy back on his head. No diddy, no diddy, no diddy.
Damn roommate and shit. Yeah, and Akhenaten did it, and yeah, that's that Akhenaten shit, y'all motherfuckers in the ascended masters and all that shit. If y'all into the root races and ascended masters and Hyperborea and Hyperborea, fucking what's the other one? Where you was ether, and then you became Hyperborean, then you Lumerian, then you Atlantean, then you're Aryan, and yeah, all this garbage. And so I know what you're talking about. All that hand-me-down theosophical shit from Madame Blavatsky, from what's his name, Steiner, and Manly P. Hall, and old wicked ass Albert Pike, and all the rest of them. You Luciferians, nigga, you on some Luciferian shit.
Told you.
He's on some Luciferian shit. He's a Luciferian. That's what he is. I want y'all to know that. You ain't gonna get away from me. See, I know how you see. Let me tell y'all something. You got to come with hardcore facts. You can't fight no ghosts. You understand what I'm saying? You can't fight no ghosts. And that's what he want. That's what he want. He wants you to go and I seen motherfucker interviewing him. He say, man, just go ahead and say, I ain't going. He say, I'm gonna let you know we ain't gonna do no fact checking. You understand what I'm saying? While you're on the show, just go on and lie. That's really what the white boy was saying. Go on and lie, blow their mind. He say, man, take me into the rabbit hole. That's all he say. So he just want to hear. He just want to hear a good story. That's all. And so yeah, that's all he is. He's a storyteller. Motherfucker, take you somewhere. And if you like stories, then listen to Billy Carson, because he gonna tell a whole lot of. He gonna tell a whole lot of them and shit. And
you guys see these comments. Rudolph Steiner, the Asian Yoni, he with a troglodyte.
The Cro-Magnon Neanderthal off the hook. Say, no, he didn't knock him off. Akhenaten did it. I say, what kind of nigga is this? He gonna take he gonna dust it, he know damn well that's a lie. You understand what I'm saying? Napoleon goddamn soldiers admitted. Count Volney talked about it. Shot the damn nose off the Sphinx. Yeah. And then I'm listening and he regurgitating some shit. And I just happened to see it on YouTube where this ruler from Sumeria, that's his face on the Sphinx. I say, what the fuck did they say? I say, yeah. See, I got to get on y'all. See, I got to get on y'all. You see, I got to get on y'all because y'all think y'all can, and believe me, they can't fuck with me. I just be real. You know what I'm saying? I'll freestyle and crack they wig. You understand? When I get out the, the essentials, it's most definitely over. And so, let's look at some things. I'm gonna just give y'all a little bit now. I'm gonna give you a little bit because,
I don't know about y'all, but I'm here for it. I'm here for Billy Carson being confronted intellectually. I'm here for SETI getting turned up. We like battle SETI, right? And then we're trying to get to the truth. I mean, niggas, motherfuckers with Billy Carson and Nat and Neil deGrasse Tyson, super smart motherfuckers. So I'm interested when somebody come with that alternative.
Yeah, so, nah. We talking about Mesopotamia, the culture of mud. Mesopotamia is the source of the Anunnaki. Okay? These are the deities that belong to the so-called Mesopotamia. And I understand, believe me, I know that it was Cushite. It was Cushite. But let it be known that, yes, they didn't, they didn't have the availability to do the things that some of the other Cushite nations could do. And so they never built in anything other than mud brick. Anything other than mud brick. All they ziggurats, see, the thing is, and see, y'all see it today. This is what it looked like. That's this. You see, but today, this is what it looked like. You know who did that? Saddam Hussein. And this is what this nigga Billy Carson is doing. That's what he's doing. He's building up around a lie. He's crafting these stories. But like I said, he's cutting and pasting. Because there's other videos that clearly out there that's saying, I mean, damn, it's like it's lying right up. You see, it's lying right up. It's already been said before. You see, and so this is what you're looking at. Some falsified shit, some Disneyland shit. Yeah, then you can't explain Egypt by way of this. You can't see, this right here was when Saddam Hussein and them was out there putting the damn brick on there, and you look at it and because you never seen it like this, you say, damn, this is the Mesopotamian, as if it's still standing from goddamn two. No, this is not like ancient Egypt. Egypt ain't built, it's some, now it is some structures that have been remodeled, you see, renovated, but I mean, they still.
Whoever that motherfucker Ray Coleman is, Ray Coleman, what he said, the Persians conquered Mesopotamia from the Cushite mixed race tribes of Mesopotamia. So the motherfucker Ray Coleman, he's smart as shit. But one thing I fuck with about Ray Coleman, look at this support. That motherfucker be spamming the PayPal. Spam out the PayPal. It's a little obnoxious, but I can appreciate the loyalty, the commitment. I mean, I just like to see brothers promoting brothers. You know what I mean? We got to lift while we climb.
So we got to tell on them. So this is what there's no way you can explain ancient Egypt by way of Mesopotamia. And every time they want to, AI, see, AI is a motherfucker today. Motherfuckers want to AI every motherfucking thing. So this is what it looked like. That's the pyramid of Saqqara. They're going to try to show you what it looked like. We don't have to do that because, the pyramids in the Niles is still standing. And even if the top fell down, they still got a tomb, of subterranean, chambers that's up under the pyramid. That's, there to still be viewed and to, for family to go in and do research and see it for themselves.
Oh, that dude Almighty Wiz, we might get some action. Said he might talk them crazy. This should be funny as hell.
And so they show you this, and but this is Saqqara right here. This is Saqqara. This is Saqqara remade. But let me see if I got.
You might not see the comment, but if you see that comment, hey, about to go off.
Thought I had the pyramid. Now, this is quick. This is per suplet. You see, wait a minute, it clear up. That picture is so large, a megapixel. It probably would take that motherfucker damn near 5 minutes to clear up. There you go. That motherfucker, man, that motherfucker about, man, I don't know how many megapixels is it. So you can see this is at Persepolis. You see the woolly head immortals. You see, now when you hear a term like immortal, that gives, you might say, wow, they're immortal, they can live forever. Yeah, this is allegorical, but it's real. It means we living on in the wisdom and the bloodline and our children, our descendants who are the inheritors of this great wisdom. You see? But when you look there at the architecture, you can see that's the Egyptian doorway. That's it. You see, that's the Egyptian doorway. Well, you know that.
But see, that's what make this shit so murky, because the Egyptians was doing Freemasonry, the mystery schools, male on male behavior, like what we think of as the Illuminati. Egypt was the Illuminati.
It was African on African at this time, but you know, but we know where it come from. This didn't come from the Anunnakis. You see, this came from the Nile Valley. It was documented by Herodotus. It was documented by Herodotus, who said that Cambyses captured and took you know, architects from the Nile to Persepolis to build up what you see today. Not the Anunnaki. You see? Now, let me show y'all something. Now we see here, you see here, now this is in Iran. This is in Iran. This is Susa. Now, if y'all don't know what Susa is, now that would be technically Persian. You know, Susa. Let me see. I got a map.
We learning tonight, y'all.
Well, that's Babylon. Let me see. Where's Susa?
That's Babylon.
There you go, right there. There you go. There you go, right there. So you see Susa, which would have been the capital of Elam, and you see the black woolly head immortals. You understand? So we know what it is. Ain't no damn aliens. Ain't no damn aliens.
Okay.
Talking about they come from outer space, and then this is what you got. Then this is what they try to do today. This is what they try to do to us. This is what they try to steal our legacy. That shit right there. Why? You know what? And the crazy thing about it, and I show the family, you know, when you see recreation or what they think is Europeans, you know, they put the fake statue out there, and when they make a recreation of that statue, it always look like the statue. Why is it when they see an original sculpture of, you know, and it got black hair, black skin, and that the recreation don't never look like the original? But when you go to the Greek,
look at the cape. I keep telling y'all about the cow, right? The veil, the cloak, right? You see it.
And fake, because you gonna
go check out my series, The Cow Bear, right?
Was African, and they didn't went up in there and pillaged all that, you know, the artifacts up out of there. So this is what you're doing. So this is what Billy Carson right there is doing with the history. He to the left, where he coming in and he's crafting this, you know, all these metaphors and all these, you know, some shit that'll blow your, you know, and like I say, people like sci-fi. I mean, the nigga should be on Sci-Fi Channel. They need to take Ancient Aliens and put that shit on the Sci-Fi Cartoon Network. That's where it need to go. And this is exactly what he's doing. He's trying to fabricate something to get away from the African origins of civilization. We can't let him do it. We can't let him do it. And now let's go down here. What is this one? Yeah, now see what they do? Look at this. Look how pathetic this is. And then they try to put a silly curl on you. You know what I'm saying? Try to put a silly curl on the Cro-Magnon. You know, creatine. You know, he did creatine. You know what I'm saying? They didn't put a lot of creatine and Vaseline in their hair.
Now, I want y'all to understand, these is Muslims, not crackers. Right? A lot of brothers walking around Muslim. These is Muslims that did this.
They're mutt. You know, they're mutt, you know what I'm saying? Or they didn't put some fabricated shit up in there, you know, then that's the only way. Okay, so now when you look, you know, even when you look at, now this is supposed to be the Ishtar Gate. Now, you know good and goddamn well Saddam Hussein put that up there. Silly Billy. Why the Anunnaki and shit? Why the Anunnaki didn't get the Babylonians and the Sumerians? And like I say, again, I understand that they Kushites. but they not the primary. Why in the hell is y'all going to one of the lesser colonies of the Kushites and trying to push it as if it's the primary? Can't let you do it.
That's
you
the main
trying
point.
to steal the African origins of civilization.
Yes.
Is what you trying to do. You look to the right and you see the pylon from the Nubian pyramid. You know, usually they had the pylon, they had the temple before the pyramid, and the smaller pyramids, but they have the temple, and you go.
Y'all brothers got to come out of that Muslim, Sufi, Sunni shit, right? I'd rather you be Moorish American, Native American, like do some shit that's here, or if not here, do some shit that's African. Motherfuckers just don't want nothing to do with Africa. But I don't know why you run into that Islamic shit. You skipping the whole continent.
You see, that's an original. I'm not looking for no fabricated. I want the original. I don't want the digital. I want the original. And see what you got is digital.
Bar.
You got the AI shit.
That's
And so and this is and you say, and again, you say the Anunnaki. We manifested in Sumeria. That's who speak about the god Anu. Now we talking about in the Mesopotamia. We know that the Anu is ancient in Africa, but that's on a different level. That's on a different level. It's not and I do believe that what was in Mesopotamia was a knockoff of what was in the Nile. A knockoff. Okay? A knockoff. And for all you people out there, you heard this man say Amen was the most evil ruler. He got that shit from where he equated Amen with the god Marduk. Okay, he equated that Amen was the god Marduk. You never saw no goddamn Marduk on the walls of ancient Egypt. You ain't never seen nowhere in any scroll or tomb where the ancient Egyptians equated the great god Amen with no goddamn Marduk. So you got to see he's twisting. You see he's fabricating. He putting a synthetic testimony out there, fooling niggas because they so quick to jump into the damn cauldron of chaos and go swimming. You understand? Anything that come out of nigga mouth, they ready to endorse it and become indoctrinated into it. So that's where they get, that Amen was the most evil. How dare you, nigga? Bring your blasphemous tongue and spit that garbage on the ancestral teachings. You see, you is Akhenaten, nigga, and we have to ostracize your ass no different than how they ostracize Akhenaten. He say Akhenaten ran, and he tried to make it seem like Moses. No, they knelt his ass to a cross is what they did. You see. And I see you come in there and you want to, the man he play his hand right. He don't have no problem being out there in the open. You see, now the thing is, and so I see he's in love with the Akhenaten. And so he said that Akhenaten is Moses and that, the story of Moses fleeing Egypt, that was Akhenaten. No, Akhenaten, he wasn't able to flee. He just disappeared. That's what happened to him. Because that's what happened to people that go against the ancestral teachings for outsiders. And I looked at that nigga. I say, oh, because Akhenaten also, you know what I'm saying? He brought a foreign woman to the throne. He brought in, even though she very well may have been African, she wasn't from the royal bloodlines of the Nile Valley. That most definitely was what she wasn't. Now, the depictions of Nefertiti on the wall show her to be an African woman, but she was not of the holy royal bloodline of the Nile, coming from outside. See, them niggas on the outside, they weird a lot of times. You understand what I'm saying? They got their own understanding and their own deities, and when they, they come in, they want to, and see, again, they don't want to, they can't exist side by side with the ancestral teaching. They gonna come in and want to close temples. They gonna want close, and scar the temples and close down the worship of gods and goddesses and shit like that. And the people rose up on Akhenaten. That's what happened. He put himself in a predicament that, he felt that he knew best for everybody in the land. And so people are, these are spiritual systems that have been passed on for thousands and thousands of years. And he thought he could close.
I told y'all this nigga Ray Coleman. Look, they said, please show me the scholarship or point me in the right direction. My man Ray Coleman, Ray said, I just looked it up. My man Ray Coleman, a hell of a moderator, man. He need 2 wrenches. He need a wrench and a motherfucking screwdriver. Shout out Ray Coleman.
Akhenaten name from the King's List. You see, to let us know, even up until this day, that you cannot trust no nigga like that. You see, that he dishonored himself and he dishonored his family. He dishonored his people. And so he just struck his goddamn name from the King's List. He wasn't even a king. And I was actually in Egypt. And being a brother, and being a son of brothers. You see what I'm saying? Other craft. When I was there, the brothers, when I was in the temple, wasn't nobody in the temple. Okay?
Oh, they
wasn't
was
nobody in the temple. These was times it was damn near empty.
He said the pyramids in America got more pyramids in America than the rest of the world. Carl Supe is older than Giza. He said, you got it, though. We have to agree to disagree.
Akhenaten City was up the Nile, and they knocked his damn temples down, and they brought the stone to Karnak and put them in the pylons in Karnak. And it's crazy because you can open up the pylons and there's stairs in them, and he opened up the pylons and he showed me bricks, with the, how you could tell, Akhenaten's style, carving and shit. And so they had took Akhenaten bricks and shit and put and stuffed them inside the pylons for filler and shit. I say, damn, they did Akhenaten ugly. You know what I'm saying? They did Akhenaten ugly, but yeah. And so they showed us what we have to do to niggas like that. You discard all that garbage. Discard it. Don't leave it for the people. Now, it could have existed. I mean, it was, solar worship, but you disregarded those other icons that the people that loved and, and was dear to the people. You discarded that. You disrespected that. And so this is what Silly Billy is doing. Yeah, this is what Silly Billy is doing. And so we got to get on them. We got to get on them now. We got to get on them. We got to get on him on about every goddamn thing he talking about, because he's lying. They're going to take the Cro-Magnon, Neanderthal, say they wasn't the ones that knocked the noses off. And what is the fuck is he talking about? Count Volney is the one that verified that. I believe it was it Count Volney? I believe it was Count Volney was the one that verified that Napoleon shot the nose off that Sphinx. Yeah. Some of that shit, he ain't mixing no truth with lies. Some of that shit, he's mixing lies with lies. He's mixing lies with lies. Ain't no doubt. I ain't heard, man, listen here, man. I want to tell y'all this. That man ain't mixing no goddamn truth with no lies. That motherfucker, I done heard videos where that motherfucker lied from the beginning to the end. Now, if y'all want to sit down, because I'm willing to do it. I don't have no problem. Now, y'all want to work out, we can work out. Y'all want to work out, we can work out. You feel what I'm saying? Now, if y'all want to listen to a video and critique the motherfucker and fact find, I want somebody to show me where is half and half. That's a damn lie. He's not mixing no truth with no damn lies. I sat there and listened to that motherfucker lie from the motherfucking beginning to the end of the goddamn video. He ain't goddamn mixing no truth with no lie. That motherfucker telling a flat out lie. Period. Ain't no goddamn way, all that goddamn spaceship shit still in the, that's a total lie. And you can't even back that shit up unless you gonna tell another lie like that. How the hell you gonna back that shit up, and goddamn Tahuti, ruled for 16,000 years and man, where the fuck is you getting that shit from, man? That's that goddamn Atlantis shit. That's that theosophic shit. That's that ascended master shit. That shit ain't got no truth. You understand what I'm saying? Talking about Tahuti was from Atlantis, and they always going on the outside of Africa to find a source of our greatness. They trying to explain it away that is not indigenous and native to the continent. So all these niggas out here is tellers. That's what they is. Yeah, he's a flat out liar. Ain't no goddamn truth in that. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't no damn truth. Because
I'm here. I'm here for this smoke.
What the fuck? You see, can you distinguish truth from a lie unless you really know the truth? And I don't believe people out here really know the truth of the Holy Land, of the motherland. I just don't believe it. And so they can't, see when this, theosophists are liars. They're liars. That Egypt that they are discussing is garbage. Most of them want to explain Egypt by way of Atlantis or the Mayan. They take a preference of the Mayans over Egypt and say that the Mayans actually brought the civilization over here. Do you hear what I'm saying? So I already know what y'all got up y'all sleeves, and we're not going to let you do it. No, sir. Show us that shit where you come from. Don't come to Africa talking about you brought it here. No, motherfucker, show it where you was before you got over here then. Show us the development of that, those megalithic structures in the land of you can't even do it in the supposed land of your origin, because when you get to the truth of the goddamn matter, we was original over there. The fuck is you talking about? You see what I'm saying? These Cro-Magnon Neanderthals and these damn beasts is stealing, and they got a bunch of housekeeping Negroes out there that want to help them steal our culture. And we're not going to let them do it. So, yeah, anytime y'all want to sit down and show me where this man is telling the goddamn truth, let's sit down and do it. How the hell let's sit down and do this shit. Talking about the goddamn Ark of the goddamn Covenant was in the king chamber of the Great Pyramid. And that Akhenaten stole the damn Ark of the Covenant up out and that's what he took out of Egypt. And he said that's the reason why Pharaoh's soldier chased. And he say Moses is Akhenaten. That wasn't his name. And they say he chased Akhenaten out of Egypt because he stole the Ark of Covenant out of the king's chamber in the Great Pyramid. And that was his source of power. So that was his reason of why he chased Akhenaten out of Egypt. Man, if you nigga, listen here, man. When it comes, I don't know where he getting them stories from, but this is when it comes to telling lies, this motherfucker, he at the top of his game. You see what I'm saying? He's at the top of his game. He most definitely entertain you. If you a fool, nigga, and you a fool, and you accept anything, yeah, he'll entertain you for real. But let it be known, family, we ain't going nowhere. We coming right black. I got some more for you. Don't you go nowhere. Don't you go nowhere. Don't tell them honor. Yeah. You a fool nigga and you got your head is wide open, crack wide open, ready for anybody to pour anything on the brain, then yeah, you will listen to this. Don't you go nowhere. I'll be right black. Arm yourself with knowledge. Hit some of them links, support the general, arm yourself with knowledge, bang on that wicked ass beast through African education and confrontation, black power.
Hey man, I'm trying to tell you, I'll be here for that bump, for that word. Nah, but let's get back into this Aleister Crowley alien shit. Aliens are not our friend. Where's that one I was watching? Oh, here you go. Lamb, out on the lamb.
With eyes that seemed to penetrate the depths of the soul, his presence exuded an aura of ancestral wisdom and cosmic mystery. It was as if he existed beyond time and space, a manifestation of a realm beyond human comprehension.
Wait. Billy Carson. You saying the aliens got the juice, got the power. Aliens, like not demons, none of that. Straight up aliens, right? Aliens. E.T., sci-fi movie aliens. I'm with you, right? Mars Attacks. The aliens, right? I'm with you. Mars Attacks. Aleister Crowley is on the same type time. He's saying he met with, and this supposed to be a hell of a nigga, right? Hell of a motherfucking like occult nigga, right? All the occult people swear this dude had the juice, right? Okay. He met with an alien, and look how he's signing his name. Look how he's signing his name. Look at the A in Aleister. Look at, this is your guy. Billy, hey Billy. Your man is a gump. Okay, he's a cold-blooded gump. Right? And he drawing hammers. He drawing dongs with his own initial. No Diddy. No doubt. This y'all man, Silly Billy.
Upon encountering this unusual entity, I felt an overwhelming mixture of fascination and awe. It was as if I stood before a window to unknown dimensions, a portal to beyond the stars. I realized that Lam was not a mere creation of my mind, but rather a genuinely external being, a form of extraterrestrial life that had chosen.
Okay. Now, fuck with me for a second. Lamb was a demon. Okay. Let's just cut to the chase, right? But here's where the Anunnaki shit kind of tying to the biblical shit. You know, Billy Carson always, you know, the Bible, woo. But he be like kind of discrediting the Bible, but nevertheless referencing the Bible. So using that Bible reference towards his Anunnaki story, right? Fallen angels. You talking about mixing DNA. The fallen angels slept with the daughters of men, right? And as far as ruling, why would the Nephilim not rule and move stones and cut them at perfect angles and have a mystery? So there you go.
Chosen to manifest before me at that specific.
But notice he said extraterrestrial life.
Moment. Our meetings were not merely coincidental, They were planned encounters in the farthest reaches of the universe, where the lines of destiny intertwine and blur. Lam revealed to me cosmic secrets and hidden teachings that challenged all conventional notions of reality. He opened the gates of perception and led me through astral journeys to planes of existence.
Astral projection. Okay. Astral projection. Right? I'm talking to you, New Age. I'm talking to you, playing with the stones and what's your birth chart path and what's your astrology, right? I'm talking to you, yoga guy, with the mudras and the you dig what I'm saying? You're astral projecting in your Merkaba and your triangle up and triangle down, right? So was Aleister Crowley when he met Lamb the demon. So how is it that the satanic shit match with the occult shit, match with the new age shit, match with, well, Billy Carson is in new age at this point. So all three of these doctrines match. Not sound similar and match.
Beyond human understanding. However, with the revelation of such mysteries also came challenges and trials. Lam was not a benign entity, but rather a powerful and unpredictable force that defied my understanding and control. His words were enigmatic, his actions unpredictable. As our connection deepened, I realized I was dealing with forces that surpassed the limits of my own comprehension and capacity for control. Lam's presence wrought a transformative effect on my life and my work. His influences were reflected in my writings and teachings, shaping the course of my work and influencing subsequent generations of occultists and spiritual seekers. However, even
I told you. We agree that Crowley was a Satanist, Luciferian. No debate about that. Luciferian Satanist. He's an occultist. The New Age shit, all the New Age shit, all the Theosophical, Blavatsky, Ascended Master, Hindu, Diet Hindu shit, like all this shit.
even with all his wisdom,
But now I'm going to tell you how this is getting away from Africa. Credo Mutwa said a similar story that the Dogon did this, right? So why don't we just accredit this whole Anunnaki shit to the Dogon?
and power, Lam remained
Right, let's see what's going on with the with the beef. Is the beef still cooking? Is the beef still cooking?
And you get
America's beverage companies are working together to deliver more.
Look like the beef back cooking, Ray. Ray Coleman spamming the chat. Ray Coleman spamming the chat. So, this is my thing. If Billy Carson knows so much about Egypt, said he know a thing or two about Egypt.
I'll be going on live right after this presentation here, man. I'm going all the way in if y'all want,
So you do understand this is YouTube at its best. This man is making back-to-back lives. Do you understand what's happening here? He's giving you like 10, 20-minute lives of just different. He done took the do-rag. Like, do you understand? These are all lives. And he just going at them. He just going at them. We got to document
definitely get on
this.
over.
We got to document this.
Be a hell of a roller coaster ride, family. And we got over 500 exclusive live streams. I know you want that. The General is on Rumble. The link is right down there in the video description. I ain't got to say no more. Go on Rumble, subscribe to all the family out there, donate to the general. I thank you. I appreciate the fact you appreciate me. Any of the family out there like to donate to this hard-working general, the link is there. Click it, donate. I thank you. I thank you ahead of time. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarasu Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will ban your ass. And we got a hell of a moderator team out there. You see, we got Ray. You already know he's a head cracker. We got Huey X out there. He also out there cracking heads, man. They doing a hell of a job. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm glad they know how to leave me a nigga, you know, out there when I'm ready to sink, you know, that put that lock on their ass. You know, they let me have him, and then if you get to it out of line, they throw his ass out of there, man. Half the time I be ready to, and goddamn it, they already been locked on his ass. I say, God damn it. God damn it. Y'all did what y'all was supposed to do. I was about to
I told you.
You see what I'm saying? But here we go, family. We got to ask ourselves. They say this nigga is he's mixing truth with lies. Yeah, ain't nothing. This nigga's all lies. Yeah, he mixing lies with more lies. That's all he's doing. Were we created by aliens? That's all I want to know, family. You see, were our ancestors slaves to extraterrestrials? You see, were our ancestors enslaved to ETs? You see what I'm saying? We got to know this. And this is what the man is saying. You know, this is what they saying. They saying that, listen, I say, man, boy, they mixing, they taking evolution, and they mix. Yeah, I'm gonna show you what they mixing. He taking evolution, and he's mixing it with the Anunnakis. So they saying, listen to me. Some of them saying that the Anunnaki came down here, y'all, and they took their DNA and they mixed it with monkeys. And here we is, y'all.
The troglodyte. I told y'all.
Yeah, this is what they saying. They say the Anunnaki came down here, mixed their DNA with monkeys, and here we are.
The homunculus. I told y'all.
And, you know, that's it. In some of
this is why the Cracker and the Indian feel superior to other motherfuckers.
Everybody not gonna come on the same spaceship now. You know, that's one thing you got to know about the theosophists. You know, they don't all come in on the same spaceship. You know, some of them got their own. They coming from different star systems, y'all. So, you know, everybody's story ain't gonna be the same. I heard Silly Billy Carson, he said that the Anunnaki we look like the Anunnaki. We look like the Anunnaki and say they all different races. You know, that's Malachi Z. York. Yeah, that's, you know, that's the Star Trek shit. You know, all the different races. No, yeah, he's a Trekkie. You know, he's a Trekkie. Oh, Silly Billy the Trekkie. You know, he gonna say that, and so they was all different. Say, and it was wars going on. Do you hear it? Yeah, did you hear this? Say there was wars going on in other dimensions, and that they had all type of weaponries and shit, just like goddamn Galactica. Nigga, I've been reading comic books, for a long time, and that shit sounds just like Galactica. Galacticus, he eat planets and shit. You know, he used to Silver Surfer used to be with Galacticus, and he would go eat up. So this is what he's saying. So what he's saying is, listen, y'all, our Anunnaki ancestors, You know, they were on a planet, and I guess this bully aliens. I guess they were bully aliens. You see, they were bully aliens, and they blew up the planet of the Anunnaki, and so they had to flee. They had to flee, and they came all the way to Earth, and we looked like them. Now, I don't understand if we look like them. So I guess he's saying we the Anunnakis and this, that, and the third, but we don't got no know-how like them. We can't get up off this motherfucker. You know, we stuck. So they came and they created us, and then they just poof went into the back up into wherever they went. I mean, goddamn, I mean, the earth was, I mean, they didn't like this motherfucker, I guess. You know, they left us here, though. They created us, but they didn't like the planet, so they left us here stranded and abandoned and all of that. And so I don't see, this is, again, it's never no fingerprints to this shit. There's no way for you to trace it back to its origin. You're always at a loss for something. You know, you're always at a loss for something. And this is how they keep you mesmerized. Because when you come, you got to go in your spaceship in order and say, you know what, you got to, you know, continue to do and be a searcher, you know, of the knowledge. And so you'll be spending the rest of your motherfucking life looking for something that you ain't gonna never find. They have replaced Jesus, Allah, and Jehovah and all of that shit with the Anunnaki. You ain't got no more access to the Anunnaki than you got to Jesus, to Allah, to Jehovah, to Moses, to Enoch, and Solomon, and all the rest of them motherfuckers. Mohammed, you understand, Zoroastrianism, and none of that. You ain't got no access. So he's speaking as if he's exposing religion, and all he doing, nigga, is offering you religion. That's all he offering you. All of them stories and fables is no different than goddamn the Bible, you know, and the flood story. He got his own feed, the Anunnaki. Who flooded the earth? Enlil flooded the earth, you know, and things of that nature. It's the same shit. It just, he got different names on it. So if you gonna if you saying to disregard, why should we accept this? Should we accept this? And it's the same shit, just told a different way, you know? And so I say, wow, this is really crazy what this man is, you know. But like I say, his information is rehashed information. He's not the first person that have told these stories. I mean, look at Superman. Superman's a goddamn alien. You understand what I'm saying? He come from wherever planet he come from, and you know, and so you got all these stories that they telling over and over and over and over and over again to take our minds off of the facts. You see, like I say, I watch, and you know, I try to tap. Then you know, I don't stay out there though. You see, some of you motherfuckers, you know, you go up in your spaceship. I might go up in the spaceship for a minute, but I'm gonna try to identify some astronomy, and you know, I'm just not gonna be out there, you know, and let motherfuckers play me. You know, man, you know, in 5 galaxies over, man, they had a war. How the fuck you know they had a war, nigga? How you know? You got a goddamn spaceship that can go over goddamn 5 goddamn galaxies away. How the hell do you know that? You understand what I'm saying? Don't play me, nigga. You gonna make me fire, you know, because some of these niggas, man, they think you dumb than a motherfucker. Like, man, dog, listen here, man. Man, listen here. If you want to entertain a nigga with fairy tales and you want to tell some stories about a campfire, nigga, that's one thing. You know, let us know, nigga. You know, Halloween, when the kids need a story or something, nigga, and they got their little costumes on and shit, and they want to have a little a fairy tale, you know, a spooky story, nigga, we'll call you. But other than that, don't play me, nigga. Don't you dare do that. You know, I'm fucking around, I'm gonna fire off on your ass. Insulting my intelligence like that. You know, some of this shit, you know good and goddamn well, you supposed to stop them right there dead in their goddamn, yeah. Yeah, I seen the emerald tablets is nothing but pseudo fucking information that, you know, if you want to believe it, you understand what I'm saying? That you could go right on ahead. I know that is esoterical information. The tablets is your DNA, but it's the connection to the cosmos, not you know no thing out there. It's your connection to, you know, the trees and to the vegetation on the planet. You see, it's the emerald tablets is the chlorophyll melanin. It's the, you know, that's what it is. That's what it did. That's your, it's an aspect of your life, your living on this planet. It's not outside of the planet, it's on the planet. You see? And so that's the information that they're trying to destroy by poisoning and chopping down the trees and poisoning it and cloning your goddamn vegetables and your fruits and shit like that. They know that the code is also in there. Anything that is natural of the planet. You understand? That's the code. That's the tablets. That's the tablets that they talking about. Ain't no goddamn tablet. Motherfuckers say the tablets was down up under the ocean. Well, motherfucker, how you get down there to get it? What motherfucker you know that swam down to the center of the goddamn ocean and got some goddamn tablets? Yeah, listen here. Emerald tablets, the truth is the truth. Them goddamn emerald tablets, that truth existed before some goddamn emerald tablets. See, you want to see what they do is they take truth to empower mysticism, and say them emerald tablets. That truth was here before some goddamn stories of emerald tablets. So don't empower unless you understand what it is. You see, unless you understand what it is, then don't empower that, because that's esoterical. That, you know, that's and then you got some that go off the track. So they're just like the melanin, where they say acoustic records. That's acoustic records. Those records is in your DNA. You see what I'm saying? That they cutting and goddamn splicing to get the goddamn information. You the primordial, the acoustic records. You see, acoustic or Akashta, who was the king of the first king of the 25th dynasty. See, you don't understand that the door to out there is in here. You see, this is where you got to travel. In here. The truth is in here. You ain't gonna find no goddamn truth out there. It's in here, nigga. You don't find it in here, you ain't gonna never find it. You out there looking, talking about some goddamn shit up under the water, nigga. All of that is speaking to the elements of creation. And if it ain't speaking to that, then it ain't the goddamn truth. What is you talking about? Everything out here that our ancestors talk about is speaking to the evidence of creation. That's what it's speaking to. That's the foundation. They ain't going out there beyond the mind and shit. You know, and you what you think they looking up, and you see up in Dendera, that's what they see on the inside. That's why when you look at Dendera and you see Newt, you see this is happening inside of Newt. It's inside of Newt. You see what I'm saying? Everything that you saw was in. So that's why they showed the anthropomorphism of Newt being in the form of the woman up in the sky, to let you know that all of that is inside of you. So you can go all up there, nigga, but look in here and find it in here. So that's all of that is esoterical. Now, when you talk about the Akashic records, how do you unlock that information is recorded in your DNA, and it's passed down from ancestor to descendant, from ancestor to descendant, from ancestor to descendant, and it go on down to the beginning of time. And so if we begin to exercise, you know, our connection to our ancestors and to the cosmos and to the earth, and stop looking to some bullshit, to some motherfuckers on another planet. Your ancestors right here is the damn Anunnakis. Your ancestors is the Anunnaki. You up here looking at some goddamn ETs on Star Trek talking about these motherfuckers know and came and your ancestors then built this shit for thousands and thousands of years of trial and error to pass you down all the records of their greatness, all the trials, and gave you the answers. You didn't have to go through the damn trial. They gave you the answer, and while they up here trying to give you thousands and thousands of years of trial and error and research, your ass looking out there in the goddamn sky some goddamn where, looking silly. Wake your ass up. You see? So we know the emerald tablet because they found it in Africa. You understand? And then they put it on a goddamn tablet and they say the emerald tablet. No, the knowledge was before the goddamn emerald tablet. And you'll understand that the emerald tablet is only code word for DNA. That's all it's talking about. Your connection, to let you know that you're responsible for this out here. It says that and put us in paradise. And a part of that paradise is the vegetation, is the rainforest. You see, is the plant melanin. That's what it's speaking to. And it's in that code is written in us too, because we cannot exist. We closer to the damn trees than we is to these pros. We ain't even close to them at all. But our ecosystem, our brothers in creation is them trees. Our sisters in creation is them trees. We need them trees to breathe. You see, we need this atmosphere. That's the code. That's the code. That's why a lot of time when you look at the deities on the wall and they had them aunts, they always be putting them near the nose and putting them near the mouth, because they letting you know that spirit is also connected to atmosphere. And when you ain't got that atmosphere, nigga, you ain't got no spirit, nigga, because you gonna die. You gonna die. So it's a connection to the cosmos. That's the greatest knowledge. You see, your connection to the universe and how you can expand that. You see, that's the truth of all truth. You don't got that, you ain't got no goddamn truth. You out here got some metaphors and similes and all that shit.
They looking in them comments.
Yeah. That's right. We'll break that down. Matter of fact, I got I'll show y'all that. I'll show you, and I'll bring that up on the emerald tablets, and I'll show you that. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
That's in you. That's in you. That ain't no extraterrestrial shit. It's saying that you see what they out here doing right now? They trying to destroy your connection. They trying to destroy the reality that make the emerald tablets the truth, the information on there, the truth. You see, if you can't see what's happening around you, they're severing ties that, our connection to the universe. That's what they're doing. That's really what it boiled down to. Even the Masons and shit, when they talk about the trestle board, when they go in, and they start, in the trestle board, that's there. That's the DNA. You see, that's the DNA. And that's what they was out there, goddammit, during the time of that solar eclipse. They was out there trying to, capture dark matter, which is the biggest element of abundance in creation. That dark matter, that dark energy out there that's in us, and they trying to access it before we access it. We got access to it. We accessing it now. We don't know it though. But when we control that access and we have a deeper understanding, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. We back on top. We on top and don't know we on top. And so we don't exercise, we don't exercise our strength because we are not aware of, but even in our slumber, we still a threat, even in our slumber, even in our slumber, because 2-3 of us gonna wake up, even within that, and 2 or 3 of us or 4 of us still got enough power to generate energy. You understand? Because one of us could be a straight avatar, but all of us, some of us that wake up, it's like one of them. It's like that one. It was I forget that superhero, and that motherfucker, like, when anytime he would yell, you would see that motherfucking energy would come out his mouth. It'd be waves that come out, and man, you could see mountains and shit, earths, and when that motherfucker yell, you could see damn earth just pulling up and shit, and mountains would crumble and shit when this motherfucker would yell and shit. You see what I'm saying? That's what it's showing that we could do, and we got the possibility to do it, and they showing us where it's at. They showing us what the connection is, and every one of those, those myths is, a esoterical connection to the cosmos. That's the only way you gonna know truth, if you know the cosmos, and that's what it boiled down. So quit letting them create these mythological characters, and you up there looking for some goddamn Cro-Magnon Neanderthal that gonna come down on a surfboard and shit, and you know what I'm saying, and shoot you with a goddamn laser gun, and and all this type of shit. We got to quit this. You say some of us, and I believe that. And I believe that. I believe that. Yeah, I believe that. I believe our peoples is original everywhere in the southern hemispheres, and but we got a mother now. We got a mother. We got a mother, and we have to respect that. We can't, we severing our connection to our mother. That's what we're doing out here today. We are severing. We've lost, we've lost respect for the mother, and so a lot of us out here, we speak Aboriginal, but we don't speak the connection to the mother, and that's where we're gonna lose. And there's no reason why we should have to do that. That's where I have a problem. That's where I have the problem. Soundwave, you're right. That's his name, Soundwave. Yeah, that motherfucker cold-blooded. That motherfucker cold-blooded. That's us. When we aware, and we got that power. We got the words of power, and the power of speech. That's us, Soundwave. That's who we are. And they don't want us to speak up with the truth. And so they're gonna keep some falsified information in your goddamn in your mouth, nigga. That way when you speak, it ain't gonna reverberate like Soundwave. You see, when you tearing shit up, and you connected to the truth. And so matter of fact, I'm gonna do the emerald tablets on here tomorrow, and I'm gonna show you what that is. And when you see it, you're going to know it, because Osiris is the concept of that, of the emerald tablets. You see? But just like you see Osiris, you see the black Osiris, and you see the green Osiris. These is all portals into creation. You see that, and when you look at the black Osiris, people know he's not dead. That just show you the melanin that you're talking about, the black melanin, and then you got the green melanin. You see what I'm saying? You got the black melanin and you got the green melanin. And when you understand that, the science of that science, we dealing with alchemy, we dealing with science when we talk about. And you can see damn near every scientist, this is what they dealing with. If you ain't dealing with that, you ain't dealing with shit, because you ain't gonna survive. You see them trees out there, you ain't gonna survive on this motherfucker. they more essential to your existence than what you want to give credit to. You see, and so that's why when the Egyptians looked to the south, they also looked to the rainforest. They knew the origin. That's why when they talk about the home of man, I don't give a fuck which ancient text that they take from. They always talk about the garden. The garden. You see, the garden. Ain't no way that you could survive without the garden. The garden. Yeah.
Getting into
Say
the
melanin
comments.
don't exist. Man, you might as well leave these motherfuckers out here like zombies. You can't listen to these
talking about
motherfuckers.
Bro
You can open up the
Sanchez.
brain and see the melanin in the brain. You ain't nobody. They got all type of pictures. You know, talking about melanin don't. How foolish is you? I
That's
mean,
the
that's
Bro
just a motherfucker
Sanchez.
in straight denial. That's a motherfucker just in straight denial of reality.
Bro
You know, and so
Sanchez.
yeah, we most definitely gonna get down tomorrow. I'm gonna bring the emerald tablets, and we're gonna talk about that. And I'm glad that I'm glad that you brought that up, and we'll talk about that. And we'll see what Silly Billy say about the emerald tablets. I'm gonna look him up and I'm gonna see what he say, and then I'm gonna play him, and then I'm gonna drop heavy mental. I'm gonna come. Like I say, I'm gonna try to come.
These comments be on point. Say some shades of green are so dark and look black. Same for blue.
In early, so y'all, be on the lookout and get on over there to Patreon, because I'm gonna go on Patreon tomorrow first. I'm gonna go on Patreon tomorrow first, and I'm gonna put up about 2-3 videos on Patreon. So y'all get on over there and support the general. Yeah, it'll be up tomorrow or the next day. Yeah, it'll be down up the next day. It's being renovated, so just give it a day or so, and it'll be up. And to any of the family out there, hit me up on my
Yeah, y'all go subscribe to Setting. It be dropping knowledge. Let's see that Alistair Crowley talk about the Akashic Records. Damn, dude showed up like that. The Akashic Records, the supercomputer universe, contains infinite information. They got all crackers on the picture.
For centuries, people have believed that there are cosmic archives that contain information about the history of humanity and our future. According to Carl Jung, it is the collective unconscious. According to Kevin Tedeschi, it is a universal supercomputer that stores all the information about everything that exists. And according to the prophet Edgar Cayce, we are dealing with the Akashic Records. Are they really located in some mysterious place in the universe, and do they contain the answers to all of our questions? How can we access them, and can they tell us more about our future? We'll find out together in the new episode of Secret Origins. Welcome.
Like the secret doctrine.
According to Edgar Cayce, the Akashic Records are the supercomputer of the universe that contains all the information about everything that exists. The Akashic Records.
So, how could that be, though? Right? How could that be,
Records are a field of energy that holds past, present, and future knowledge of all things, and it materializes.
So that's like saying there's no higher power, right? This must be with this God consciousness shit coming in. Like, it's no higher power, like quote unquote God or Most High, whatever. It's like kind of a think of it being like a pool. And like once you dissolve, you become a part of the pool. Like I said, you threw an apple in the pool, and your life is however long it take you to dissolve in the pool. And once you dissolve, you just become a part of the Akashic Records. Now that would kind of make sense to a degree, but then they saying they know the Akashic Records, quote unquote, knows the past and future. And it's like, well, you getting into like some type of omnipotent, some type of like super, this is a godlike basically. Like I don't know whatever word to, you know what I mean, just to make it make sense, to associate, so you understand what I'm saying. Like
records are a field of energy that holds past, present, and future knowledge of all things, and it materializes everywhere at the same time.
So that sounds like God, like it's a of energy, substance. It's kind of vague, you know what I mean?
Each element within this global field has its own individual energy fields that can interact in numerous ways. Compare the Akashic Records to the Wi-Fi network. We cannot see it, yet we know it is all around us. It is something invisible to the eyes, but if you connect to it, you can get infinite information. And as Nikola Tesla says, if you want to discover the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. The Western religious philosophy called Theosophy refers to the Akashic Records as Akashic Notes or Akasha's Library. It views the records as a collection of all knowledge and history stored in the etheric plane. This collection is the holographic record of the mental space-time continuum, regardless of the form in which it is expressed. The ancient Greeks called it the vision of Pan, the Chinese the great Tao, and the Hindus the Atman consciousness, the figures of God, goddess, and a demon which appear in the...
So that, did you catch that? So that goes to show kind of like New Age origins. Let's go back.
Appear in the early stages of awakening are recognized. The ancient Greeks called it the vision of Pan, the Chinese the great Tao, and the Hindus the Atman consciousness, the figures of God.
It was nothing African though. Did you catch that? Did you catch that? It was nothing African. It was the troglodyte, the Arab, you know what I mean? And who else? You know what I mean? The Wuhan, right? The Wuhan lab, motherfucker. So, it kind of make what Seti's saying kind of makes sense. Like you getting away from Africa at all costs.
God, goddess, and a demon which appear in the early stages of awakening are recognized by Carl Jung as archetypes of the collective unconscious.
So see how they slid, they doing the mudra. Look at Albert Einstein doing the mudra. Right, this Hindu New Age shit, right? They got the halos on top of their head. I already told you Nikola Tesla was a Freemason, cold-blooded Freemason. Now, did you catch what they just said? Right? Let's go back.
And are considered to be victors from the dream by Atman consciousness. The figures of God, goddess, and a demon which appear in the early stages of awakening.
So you see what they did, right? They telling you that the demon is coming. Oh, you get on that ayahuasca and you want to go down the path of enlightenment, you're gonna meet the demon.
Are recognized by Carl Jung as archetypes of the collective unconscious and are considered to be victors from the dream by primitive people. In phenomenology, they are seen as the initial impulse, the beginning of manifestation. Akasha's chronicles are not only an account of everything that has happened, which can be read by a person endowed with special sensitivity. No, they have tremendous influence on the development of modernity. Akasha is one of the cosmic principles. It is plastic matter, creative in its physical nature, unchanging in its physical principles. It is the quintessence of all possible forms of energy, material, psychic, and spiritual. It contains the seeds of universal creation, yielding shoots under the impulse of the divine spirit. If you want to learn more about your future and what lies,
hold on, we got the
starting your own Facebook.
we getting somewhere, right? Said he done put us on a trail. Don't skip that. Here we go.
spirit. If you want to learn
Now, I want you to look at the screen right now, right? We're gonna make all this make sense, right? Now, New Age, okay? You got the triangle. This is a magic symbol, okay? You got your talisman, amulet shit, you know. You got your crystals, okay? Voodoo skulls. That skull, fuck all that skull and bones. That shit really come from voodoo. Got your crystal shit. Now, this is like a mandrake, right? So you had to say mandragora, the ace of pentacles, right? This is a mandrake. This is homunculus work. You see the alchemy symbols written down. You got the arrow, and this is, you know what I mean, alchemy symbol. This is a mandrake. We'll get into the mandrake later. Now the Pegasus, right? Now you got the rainbow, which is the snake, right? The world snake, and you know the white horse. You say they got the pale white horse, right? So we see what they got going on here. You know, it's like a unicorn.
learn more about your future.
No, hold on. Let me cook. Who is this? Secret doctrine, secret order. Let me cook. Okay, now the Pegasus. When you first looked at that card, you probably thought about unicorns. Okay, now the unicorn is the horned god. It's a mythical horned beast like Cernunnos. It's a mythical cryptid beast like Cernunnos in the forest, and it's a magical beast. So they ain't really have to put the horn on it, because you know the rainbow and the white horse, My Little Pony. You already indoctrinated. You know that. Now what caught my eye? Okay, let's get to it. Look at the middle card. Look at the middle card. Right? You got the trickster god. Okay, the devil was known as the trickster god. You got Pan. You got Harlequin. Okay, you got the green man. You see the plant? You got the green man. Okay, look at his hand doing the Masonic symbol. Okay, you got the checkerboard on his hat with the Parisian cap. Okay, notice the steps in the background. It's like going all different directions. Like he a fool, right? This is the fool. Look at the apple in front of him, right? Then you got the bowl magic. Remember I showed y'all the video with the magic prosperity bowl, right? Not to mention it's on the top hat. It's on the Saturn hat. It's the rings of Saturn. Notice his legs with the yoga. I'm telling y'all that this what I'm saying, how the tarot and the Satanism and the Wicca and the New Age and the Hindu, all the shit match. He's sitting in that yoga stance he's sitting in is called the invocation of you feel what I'm saying? The devil, basically. Okay. Now, you know, witches be with cats. Witches always be with the black cat. So this is like lore Right, but he doing the yoga, Baphomet, legs cross shit, and you see the all-seeing eye at the top. All right, let's cook.
Head, we highly recommend getting a psychic reading using today's sponsor, Keen. Our friends from Keen have a variety of psychic readers.
I told y'all this is new age. Okay, this is new age. Hold on. This is new age. This is Wicca.
Sponsor, Keen. Our friends from Keen have a variety of psychic readers ready to help.
Okay. Remember I told you about that life path destiny shit. That's like Ouija board, tarot, crystal ball shit. Okay, remember I told y'all about money, prosperity bowl magic, money magic, prosperity bowl. Spirit guide is like conjuring up the ancestors, right? Conjuring up your dead son to say goodbye, or conjuring up your mother to say I love you one more time. Right? Let's go.
Help you get clarity about your life path. You can choose.
Okay. Clairvoyant. Remember I showed y'all the Hamza hand. Okay, remember I showed y'all the Hamza hand is really the hand of Mendez or some shit like that. But it's really just the all-seeing eye. I'm just saying they also have the Hamza hand in Satanism, and it's called like the lamenting of Satan or some dumb shit. I can't remember all these dumbass Satan shit, but I gotta check them all to cross-reference them, right? And all this shit add up. It's the same symbol. That clairvoyant shit, but you clairvoyant like this, bro. That's the same as Satanism. Like same. The tarot card go right with it. You see the two faces of the Joker, right? The drama comedian, the wild man, right? The jester, right? The showman, right? I told you this shit is crystal ball. Crystals, you playing with crystals. Angel readings could go just as well as demon readings for that matter. Dream explication, you see the crescent moon with the star. Islam, New Age shit is Islam too. You see the Masonic circle within the circle. Let's go.
Choose whichever reader best suits your needs, and you'll be able to connect via phone call or text chat.
So you think I'm talking shit, right? You think I'm talking shit? Dollar Witch. Romance, love, dating, partner, cheating, divorce, competitor, Dollar Witch.
For effective reading, ask open-ended.
So you see the Akashic records with these Tamahu motherfuckers telling you that it's a supercomputer floating around in the ethers everywhere at once, multiverse and all. The same ones with the witches. They with the witches with them.
And the questions such as what or how, and focus on self-reflection, including decisions, actions, and attitude, which can be influenced and changed. Don't fear if your reading didn't contain good news, because it's just a snapshot of.
Recordings just got better.
Look at the irony. But you see they had the astrology shit.
Change your life. And as a new customer on Keen, you can try your first 10 minutes for only $199, which is up to $99 in savings. Go to trykeen.com secret origins or click the link in the description to save big on your first reading. Enjoy. The term Akasha first appears in the writings of Helena Blavatsky.
Okay, so here we go, folks. Billy Carson talk about the Akashic records. It was first introduced through Madame Blavatsky. Billy, we got your ass, Billy. Billy, we got you, Billy.
which was introduced into the language of theosophy in the 19th century. She characterized it as a type of life force, also referring to the indestructible tablets of astral light, recording both the past and future.
Now, when they get into that light shit, they talking about Lucifer the light bearer.
Of human thought and action. The idea of Akasha was then further explored by Alfred Percy Sinnett in his book Esoteric Buddhism. The Buddha teaches that those things are eternal, Akasha and Nirvana. Everything has come out of Akasha in obedience to its inherent law of motion and passing away. Nothing comes from nothing. The Mahabharata and the Purana tell of a mysterious famous Vedic.
Look at this hand. Once again, it all match up. It's all the same shit. And when I dropped that Ashkenazi vid I just dropped, it showed you how they go around and swap out and chameleon and imitate. Like they got a weird way of mixing and matching. But if you know, once you just got to look for the similarities to tell, okay, that's that. Whenever somebody throw that hand sign up, you know what type time they on.
Sage known as Narada. The story goes that Narada transformed his mind in such a way that he drew information and knowledge from the source, so that he could teach all of those around him.
See, when they say the source, they talking about what you would think of as God, or some type of deity, or right, something that's the source of you type shit.
Great wisdom. Narada had a connection to the pure knowledge that is the foundation of the cosmic order. He had the ability to directly enter and receive information translated into understandable language. Another ancient entity that has also been in contact with the records is the Egyptian god, more commonly known as Thoth or Hermes Trismegistus.
So, okay, this is where the game get. This is where Billy Carson like to pick it up. This is where the game get funky. Okay, now somehow they ain't even talking that Anunnaki. Now they understand how. You see how tricky and slippery. See how tricky and slippery this shit is. They ain't saying nothing about the Anunnaki. They saying a motherfucker tapped into the Akashic records. Now you going Thoth, but then you saying or, right? But like, because then they gonna hit you with the Hermes Trismegistus. They gonna hit you with the Hermetic, the Druid white boy Hermetic shit. But he got the same name, Then this is really your jester. Look at the staff. Look at the candy cane, right? We talked about this. The one hand up, one hand down, Baphomet, right? The wild man, the thought.
Before being designated as a god, Thoth was the first great Egyptian philosopher, discoverer of the mysterious ancient schools, and author of over 40 writings, including the Book of Thoth, the Emerald Scrolls, and the Divine Pymander. To the Egyptians, his knowledge was so great.
So now this dude saying that Thoth just flat out wrote the Emerald Tablet shit. It ain't come from Atlantis or none of the outer space shit.
And he was so admired by all that at first they identified him as the messenger of the gods. After a while, they included him in the Egyptian pantheon of gods. Again, as Tess was.
So now you see, okay, now I get it. Let's break it down. So they saying in this narrative, because this dude Thoth was so smart, they just inducted him into the pantheon. He tapped into the Akashic records of all knowing Christ consciousness. Man, you an ascended master. We just gonna make you a god. And this is why in Satanism it all match up. This is why in Satanism they say worship yourself, you a god. Just like in Circle 7, 5% nation, which is really just more science. They say you the gods, you know what I mean?
Says the day science begins to study phenomena of a non-physical nature.
And if you think I'm just making shit up, why you think Circle 7 shit match more science shit? Why you think the 5%ers nation of gods and earth, why you think that shit match more science? Right.
Also, it will make more progress in a decade than it has in all.
Look at Nikola Tesla doing the Freemason hand sign right in the back. The Malcolm X hand sign, the Aleister Crowley hand sign right in the back.
The previous centuries of its existence. But are we even ready to reflect on these words, or are we still afraid of the unknown? After years spent studying the nature of electromagnetic and gravitational fields, Nobel Prize nominee Dr. Erwin Laszlo announced that he had found proof of.
He don't even look human. And you gonna tell me that's a... Bruh, nobody eyebrows grow like that, bruh. Stop what you doing. Look at his eyelid. This is not a human being.
The Akashic field. He starts from the discovery of the quantum zero point, which is a field that exists all around us. We cannot see it. Also talks about the idea that subatomic particles, no matter the distance between them, can still influence each other through the instant transmission of information. Feynman also discovered that even an electron passing through our brains receives signals from the past, but the century scientists discovered from which we derive knowledge.
Look at your mind doing the Freemason hand sign. My brain is a receiver of the universe.
Knowledge, powers, and inspirations. I have not penetrated the secrets of this core, but I know it exists. In the early 20th century, scientists...
I told you math goes into this occult shit. Like, math is, especially the higher math, goes right into this shit.
Discovered that the laws of classical physics were not valid for small particles. A new physics was born, quantum physics, which...
I told you. Hold on, we gotta put the... Okay. Do y'all see why I say everything connects? Physics were not valid for small particles. So the troglodyte said, well, a new physics was born, quantum physics. And that's how I figured out the math was satanic in its quote unquote conception, right? When you get into gematria and Kabbalah, and which is going to lead you into life paths and divination and fortune telling, and why you think them celebrity deaths be matching up in gematria with the birth and because once you know how to work it, you get to think in the head, you can like birth somebody on a solar day and make their birth sign match with this, and you can really map out their life and death. But if we have seen people gematria match up from birth to death, that means they've been, you see what I'm saying? You gotta, when you think in the head. So for this shit to play out, for us to see a motherfucker live 50 years, 45, 75 years and pass away, and they gematria match up with the events they did and all the Illuminati phrases, and if y'all into it, y'all know what I'm talking about. That means they've been moving and grooving with that. They've been planning births and deaths ahead.
Radically overtuned
y'all go check out my series, Math is Evil, Occult Mathematics, Satanic Geometry, Quantum Physics is Satanic. Go check it out.
Previously dominant ideas. Any energy can only be absorbed or released in the form of small portions of quanta having a certain energy. That's what Max Planck said in the 20th century. A little later, Albert Einstein concluded that light was a stream of quanta, later called photons. Such an experiment was carried out in
See, why you think these mathematicians and all these Peckerwood, why you think they getting talked about in the realm of New Ageism, you know, tarot, use witchcraft. Why you think these dudes' names coming up? Why is quantum physics Anton Tillinger coming up with the same breath as motherfuckers talking about divination, hams of hands, and you feel what I'm saying? Tarot cards, the jester fool, which we know is the devil, the trickster god. Like I told y'all, this math. See, when you get into the basic math, it's just 1 + 1, right? Quite literally. But when you in school and you get into the, it's like I thought math was finished. It's like, nah, you got algebra, geometry, trigonometry, calculus, boop, boop, boop. It's like 8 more levels of math you probably ain't even never heard of, right? It's like supreme, oh damn, super something math. I can't remember the name. I'm gonna find it though. But I know it's one like called a yantra math, and I can't remember, but I got the notes. Don't worry, video coming.
1999 by the Austrian quantum physicist Anton Teilinger. In 1999, he and his colleagues conducted an experiment in which they were able to observe the wave behavior of carbon-60 through diffraction. The C60 molecule is the largest and most complex object in which wave behavior is observed. The scientists floating in space behind it, and shortly after that collecting ourselves and becoming in 72 and Zeilinger in 1999 confirmed that all that exists is energy. Galileo.
What the science is showing us is the universe appears to be alive, it appears to be conscious.
Near-death strongest evidence we have that there is life after death.
Peer-reviewed research shows that human consciousness can affect physical matter.
As a group, when we do intention, we create a psychic internet.
This is the invocation of Satan. This is new age shit. This is why she ain't said nothing. You doing yoga, which is Hindu Buddhist shit, but you talking about magic. You sort of did the magic circle. Like this is a cult shit though. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. It look cute on the beach in your yoga pants, but it's a cult for real. Flat out. Look at this shit.
There is this universal
Oh, they done put us with the shit.
divine force
Look
that
at that.
guides all of us.
There is actually a lot of scientific work.
You see the Reiki, man. If y'all don't see what the fuck is going on,
Showing how sound can heal.
Nature has a consciousness.
That inner universe within us connects with the greater universe of the stars.
New discoveries are now confirming what we find in some of our most ancient.
see how they used that's what they did with the math motherfuckers back in the day. They used the scientists to validate the theosophy, the theory. They use a credible quote unquote scientist to say, yeah, he right.
Ancient and cherished and spiritual traditions.
You saw as above, so below Hindsight.
Struck by a sudden storm, she was found unconscious, covered in stones and earth. She survived but lost her sight forever. Eventually, Einstein said that his theory of relativity came to him in a split second as it seemed to come out.
Remember in that video, Proof of Math is Evil? That's what the narrator was saying, that Einstein didn't come up with the theory of relativity. Like, he was playing with this occult shit, and they can't, you know how this spirit shit do, the Faustian deal. You make a deal like, man, let me make something, groundbreaking in my field. Look at this Gaia shit with the empower your conscious evolution. This is you can't fuck with them. They on that shit.
out of nowhere. It's intriguing to know that some of the greatest discoveries in history were received as ideas at the same time by different people located in various parts of the world, who had no apparent connection with each other. This suggests that the Akashic records may be guiding the consciousness of humanity. There are many people who have done amazing things thanks to the Akashic Chronicles, including Suji Jin from China, who can tell the story of any person just by knowing their first name. According to what we can find in most spiritual books, the Akashic records also bear the name.
And see, when you really get into the crust of this shit, they say that because it's camouflage witchcraft, that the demons will possess certain motherfuckers so that it's legit. So they like they'll make a motherfucker a savant or do like some magic trick shit. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, that shit real. But the whole time they done conjured, they done put Shawty in the middle of the circle and conjured some shit up and put the shit on them. It ain't like it just chose them. They'll put the spirit on them. You see what I'm saying? And then ask the spirit, man, look, perform the act. And we'll, toss a mine on the fireplace or something, like, you know how it go.
The Book of Life, as it contains every thought, word.
So according to what we find, most spiritual books also better named the Book of Life. Contains every thought and word and
intention, emotion, and desire of the soul. It is very important to understand the concept that the Akashic records are actually no different than the energy information potential of the universe, or the unity consciousness, God.
Christ consciousness. Okay, so we walking them back. We walking it back. Right? How did we get here? Right? How did we get here?
The source, the universal Om, the collective consciousness, the universal mind.
Look, you see the universal Om, that vibration sound shit, right?
In fact, we can say, if it's easier to you, that these are living, changing documents for each of us, but they do change with us. They evolve with us, along with the choices we make every moment to complete.
But don't forget, like I say, how did we get here? Billy Carson be talking about the Akashic records. Then we walked it back. Madame Blavatsky and Aleister Crowley was talking about the Akashic records, right? So then you got the old white boys they just showed a couple minutes ago. They came out with the quantum mathematics and the Book of Life, and they like all this. Like, look, let's go back.
Some of the greatest discoveries in history were received as ideas at the same time by different people located in various parts of the world, who had no apparent connection with each other. This suggests that the Akashic records may be guiding the consciousness of humanity. There are many people who have done amazing things thanks to the Akashic Chronicles, including Suji Jin from China, who can tell the story of any person just by knowing
his name was Jin.
Their first name. According to what we can find in most spiritual books, the Akashic records also bear the name the Book of Life, as it contains every thought, word, intention, emotion, and desire of the soul. It is very important to understand the concept that the Akashic records are actually no different than the energy information potential of the universe, or the unity consciousness.
See, Christ consciousness. And that's why they put, see how they just turned God into the Book of Life. They turned God into a book. The Book of Life is what's dictating your mood and your results based off when you're born, with the astrology and the whole Akashic record bullshit, new age astrology shit, birthday shit, right? But in Christianity, Christ consciousness, they put God in the book, but they say God is the word, right? So this is what I'm saying, why all this shit match up. It's cool that it match up until the devil shit And you know what come with the devil shit. So it's like when all that shit match up, it's like, whoa, wait a minute.
God, the source, the universal own, the collective consciousness,
So,
the universal mind. In fact, we can say, if it's easier to you, that these are living, changing documents for each of us, but they do change with us. They evolve with us, along with the choices we make every moment to complete the picture of our own lives. They contain an infinite amount of information that can always be used, accessed, and realized by ourselves.
that way you can never prove them wrong because it's constantly evolving. We about to wrap this up though, y'all. This was fun.
Sometimes the information will not be complete, and sometimes it will sound illogical.
I bet. Don't it make sense? Now, it all makes sense to a motherfucker say, well, it logically, it don't make sense. It's like, but this is like all-knowing, omnipotent. Like, this is all like, it should be some logic in this shit. Some.
But that is because it is beyond time and space. Therefore, beyond our own understandings, limitations, and filtrations of the world. For example,
So now it don't make sense because I'm down.
When something happens to us that we would describe as a bad situation or a difficult challenge, it is usually our higher mind that gives us the opportunity to evolve. We become the magicians of reality. That is why it is
And you know, in that tarot card, the magician tarot card, he got like a clock.
said that the Akashic records are like a huge labyrinth and it is impossible to determine their nature or their type. The only objective way to read this information is to exclude the logic of what we know as the ego.
Now, make it make sense. I can't understand it because of ego. I can't understand it because of ego. Man, this shit ain't right, man. I'm telling you.
And how does one access the Akashic records? By listening inward. Because the answer to every question, the answer how to understand his way is always within us. The inner self is part of the infinite, while the stubbornness of the personality, which can lead us astray, is always at war with the infinite because it lacks what can be called endurance.
So the access to Akashic records, you gotta do yoga and get your chakras, right? A chakra, Akashic, right? You get your chakras open, and then you can open your mind and access Christ consciousness. But we realize that the yoga stance is the same stance as the wild man. It's the same stance as the invocation to Satan. It's the same stance as the Joker, the juggling Joker. Like, stop what you doing.
Faith, patience. Then, as soon as the body through which the information is transmitted is attuned to it by suppressing the consciousness in material sheet, it becomes a conduit through which the chronicles can be read. In the next episode, we will talk about the possibilities of
Nah, maybe next time. But alright, this was cool. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe. I'm out.